Сколько из того, что вы думаете каждый день, действительно соответствует реальности? Сегодня я поделюсь с вами основными идеями из книги «Don't believe everything you think». «Не верь всему, о чем думаешь». Это книга о нашем мышлении и о том, как мысли влияют на наше состояние. Текст адаптирован для уровня B1, а для сложных слов будет показан перевод. Вы можете положить телефон рядом и слушать, пока занимаетесь своими делами. Так вы разовьете навык аудирования. А можете следить за текстом. Так вы разовьете словарный запас. Давайте начнем.
Have you ever sent a message and then waited? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. You look at your phone again. Still nothing. At first, you're completely calm. They're probably busy. Then, without even noticing, a new thought appears. Maybe I said something wrong. A few minutes later, another one. Perhaps they're upset with me. Soon you're reading your own message again. Every sentence, every word. You wonder if you should have written it differently. You almost send another message. Then you stop. Here's the strange part. Nothing has actually happened. The only fact is very simple. Your message has not been answered yet. That's all. Everything else is a story. Joseph Nian begins his book with an idea that sounds a bit strange. Don't believe everything you think. At first, many people react the same way. But if I can't believe my own thoughts, what can I believe? It's a fair question. After all, we spend every day inside our own minds. Who else should we trust? The author isn't saying that your mind is your enemy. He's saying something much gentler. Your mind is an amazing storyteller. Sometimes it tells stories that simply aren't true. Think back to the message you sent. Your friend finally replies, "Sorry, my phone died." That's it. No argument, no hidden meaning, no disappointment. For the last 2 hours, your mind was solving a problem that never existed. Have you ever noticed how often this happens? We imagine conversations before they happen. We explain other people's actions. We predict the future. Sometimes we are right, but very often we are just guessing. The author says there's an important difference between thoughts and thinking. A thought is simple. It appears, then it disappears. Almost like hearing a bird outside your window. You notice it, then it's gone. Thinking is different. Thinking begins when you follow the thought. Imagine you're sitting beside a river. Leaves are floating on the water. One leaf catches your attention. You could simply watch it drift away, but instead, you jump into the river. You start swimming after it. Soon, you're tired, cold, out of breath. The leaf is still moving. Joseph Nian says we often do exactly that with our thoughts. A thought appears. Instead of letting it pass, we chase it. We ask questions. Why did I think that? What does it mean? Or what if it's true? One thought becomes 10. 10 become 50. Soon the river has become a storm. Here's another example. Imagine you're walking into a meeting. A colleague walks past you. They don't smile, they don't say hello. Immediately, a thought appears. They must be angry. Maybe they are. Or maybe they're thinking about an important presentation. Maybe they're worried about someone in their family. Maybe they simply didn't see you. The truth is, you don't know. Yet, your mind quickly chooses one explanation. Usually the one that creates the most worry. It's almost funny when we notice it. Our minds often act like detectives, but sometimes they solve their own mystery. One of my favorite ideas in this book is this. You are not your thoughts. Take a moment to think about that. If you can notice your thoughts, who is doing the noticing? Imagine you're sitting at a train station. Trains arrive, then they leave. Some are beautiful, some are old. Some are loud enough to make the ground shake. But you stay where you are. You don't run after every train. You don't climb onto everyone. You simply watch them come and go. The author says thoughts are very similar. Some are kind, some are frightening, some are completely ridiculous. Have you ever had a strange thought and immediately thought, where did that come from? Exactly. If you can ask that question, then perhaps you are not the thought. Perhaps you're the one quietly watching it. This idea becomes even more interesting when life becomes difficult. Imagine it starts raining. One person smiles. I love rainy days. Another person sighs. My whole day is ruined. Who is right? Both of them, or perhaps neither. The rain is simply rain. It doesn't decide whether it is good or bad. People do. The author believes this happens all the time. Reality is often neutral. Our minds add the meaning later. Think about losing a job. For one person, it feels like the end. For another, it becomes the beginning of a completely different life. The event is the same, the story changes everything. Have you noticed something else? Even on a peaceful day, the mind likes to stay busy. You finish one problem, it immediately offers another. You finally relax on the sofa. Then a thought appears. Did I forget something? You go on a holiday, your mind starts worrying about next week. It's almost as if the mind believes that constant thinking keeps us safe. Long ago, that was probably true. People needed to notice danger. Today, many dangers exist only in our imagination. Our body reacts anyway. Our shoulders become tight. Our breathing changes. Our heart beats faster. All because of a story, not because of reality. So what should we do? Should we stop thinking? Of course not. Thinking helps us solve real problems, build bridges, write music, learn languages. Thinking is a wonderful tool. The problem begins when the tool starts using us. When we replay the same conversation 20 times. When we imagine 10 different futures before breakfast. When we spend today worrying about something that may never happen tomorrow. The author offers a surprisingly simple idea. When you notice your mind running faster and faster, don't run after it. Come back to where you already are. Feel your feet touching the floor. Notice the air on your face. Listen carefully. Maybe you can hear birds or cars outside. Or someone making tea in the next room. For a few seconds, life becomes very quiet. Not because your thoughts disappear, but because you stop chasing them. And perhaps that small moment of quiet was available all along. We were simply too busy listening to the stories inside our heads.
Отлично, мы закончили аудирование. Если честно, я ждала больше от этой книги, потому что это, конечно, хорошая идея, что не нужно отождествлять себя со своими мыслями, и что иногда нужно просто наблюдать, как они проходят мимо, и не накручивать себя. Но не хватило какого-то механизма, как именно это можно сделать. А теперь давайте разберем интересные слова. Perhaps — возможно. Корень hap означает случай, удачу. Он же встречается в словах happen — случиться и happy — счастливый. Drift away. Drift — это плыть по течению. И используется про дружбу. We drifted apart. Получается, нас разнесло в разные стороны. Out of breath. Буквально без дыхания. Это когда запыхался. He was out of breath after the stairs. Ridiculous. Уморительный, смехотворный. Тот же корень в слове deride — высмеивать, и ridicule — насмешка. Sigh — вздыхать. Это почти звукоподражательное слово, потому что sigh напоминает звук вздоха. Tight — плотный, сжатый. Например, a tight schedule — плотное расписание. Итак, мы познакомились с книгой Don't Believe Everything You Think, поработали над навыком распознавания английской речи на слух и над словарным запасом. В следующий раз поговорим про книгу The Courage to be Disliked. Храбрость не нравится.